Good afternoon. I am Colonel Billy Wilson, the commander of basic military training. I'm glad we had this opportunity to have a discussion. So, why are you here? I will tell you that you are here to train both your body and your mind.
Be better every day. Be better.
You are here to train your body and your mind. Not one or the other, both. I often ask new recruits, why the Air Force? And I often get, well, I want to be part of an institution. I want to be part of something that is larger than myself.
Remember why you are here. Remember those people that came before you. Everything that you do needs to come with a passion and a vigor that is unmatched.
There will be stress. It will be stressful. And I will tell you that it is stressful by design. So the question remains, when you start feeling stressed out, what are you going to do? Are you going to react or are you going to respond? I expect you to respond to the demands that are being placed upon you, pushing you out of your comfort zone, forcing you to grow, because that's why you're here. You're here to be transformed from what you were to what you need to be, to what your nation needs you to be. Each and every one of you will earn your place here. This will not be given to you. And as you earn your place here and head toward graduation day, having earned it, you will have a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. And it will be meaningful to you. And as you depart this place, you will be proud of what you've accomplished.
At this time, please find a place to sit. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, rendering a flying salute to our graduating airmen, our two T1 Alpha Jayhawks, call sign Tone 41 Flight. Tone 41 is flown by Captain Jack Floor and Captain Chase Dalton. Tone 42 is flown by Captain Jack Flynn and Captain Roman Rohrbach. These aircraft are from the 86th Flying Training Squadron, 47th Flying Training Wing, Laughlin Air Force Base, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of our official party. Standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Osjohn.
Please pray in your tradition, as I do in mine. Let us pray. O God of heavenly powers, our source of strength and hope, we ask for your hand to be upon us today. Please embrace us, embrace our MTIs, our commanders, our staff, graduates, and their loved ones, as we take one step forward today. With their marches, drills, classes, and all grading now complete, may they strive toward excellence in all they do. When the applause quieted, may they celebrate and lift up those around them. When the speech is concluded, may their voice rise up to pronounce peace and justice for our community, our country, and the world. When the fanfare ceased, may they find bliss in future endeavors and adventures. When the path to advancement is challenged, may their achievements grow and enrich their family, our country, and the world in a mysterious way. As new career starts today, with cooperation of trainees, MTIs, commanders, staff, and families, may they conduct their life work with integrity, service, and excellence, so that peace, friendship, and justice will be established for our nation and the world. In many beautiful names you have we prayed. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning and welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation Ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony, the Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, Colonel Billy Wilson Jr., accompanied by his wife, Liza. The Senior Enlisted Leader, Air Force Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Dan Anderson, accompanied by his wife, Stephanie. The Reviewing Official, the Commander, National Security Agency, Texas, Colonel Stacy Kihara. The Command Chief, National Security Agency, Texas, Chief Master Sergeant Fran Perkins. Also in attendance with us today, the Representative, Texas 23rd Congressional District, the Honorable Tony Gonzalez. The Commander, Air Education and Training Command, Lieutenant General Brian Robinson. The Command Chief, Air Education and Training Command, Chief Master Sergeant Chad Bickley. Accompanying General Robinson and Chief Bickley are Air Education and Training Command civic leaders from across the country. The Commander, 37th Training Wing, Colonel Lauren Corshane. The Command Chief, 37th Training Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Carlos Damian. The Director of Staff, Mississippi Air National Guard, Colonel Wyatt Reeves, accompanied by his wife, Rhonda. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737 Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Today, we honor Major General Lewis Curtis, United States Air Force, retired. General Curtis served in the Air Force for over 30 years, impacting thousands of airmen, and has dedicated relentless support to Air Force basic military training missions since 2005. General Curtis was born and raised in Medford, Massachusetts on February 8, 1934. He received his commission through the Reserve Officer Training Corps program at Boston University in June 1955, where he attended the Armament Systems course at Lowry Air Force Base, Colorado. From August 1969 to August 1970, General Curtis served as commander for the 388th Avionics Maintenance Squadron and quality control officer for the 388th Tactical Fighter Wing, Korat, Royal Thai Air Force Base, Thailand. He was then promoted to Major General June 1st, 1984, with date of rank September 1st, 1980. From June 1980 to July 1981, he served as Vice Commander of the San Antonio Air Logistics Center, Kelly Air Force Base. General Curtis then became Deputy Chief of Staff for Maintenance, Headquarters Air Force Logistics Command, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Ohio. He was then awarded numerous awards throughout his career, including the Distinguished Service Medal, Legion of Merit with Oak Leaf Cluster, Bronze Star Medal, Meritorious Service Medal with Oak Leaf Cluster, Vietnam Service Medal with 4 service stars, and Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross with Palm. His over 3 decades of service to the United States Air Force strengthened our infrastructure to operate in the capacity we do today and has significantly impacted airmen across generations. Ladies and gentlemen, prior to today's ceremony, we would like to recognize our newest military training instructors. These instructors have undergone a rigorous 5-month training pathway comprised of formal academic classes and task qualification requirements. They have earned the distinct honor of donning the dark blue campaign hat. From the 320th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Brandon Divins. From the 320th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Joshua Swanson. From the 320th Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Brandon Spacer. At this time, we ask all military training instructors, past and present, to stand in a sign of unity as our newest instructors recite the MTI pledge. The military training instructor hat that I wear
is a symbol of honor, professionalism, integrity, service, and excellence in all I do. My job is one of the most important to the Air Force, and I will spare no effort to properly prepare men and women for military service. I am dedicated to the principles of fairness, firmness, and honesty. I strive for perfection and reject mediocrity, both in my own personal behavior and in the performance of those I lead. I am an Air Force military training instructor, and above all, I am an American Airman. And hard! Hors d'oeuvre, hard! Post! Hard!
The dark blue campaign hat these instructors received today has been the symbol of the MTI Corps since 1974. These instructors will carry on their traditions and esprit de corps of the United States Air Force as they pass on their knowledge to our newest generation of airmen. Our Commander of Airmen is Technical Sergeant Nathan Sear. Colonel Kihara will review today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated.
Sir, the parade is full. Take your pose. Give your subject order earth. Receive the report. Report. East Squadron Officer Caliber, sir. East Squadron Officer Caliber, sir. Sir, all present or accounted for. How about the orders? Attention to orders. Detail for today. Non-commissioned officer of the day. Technical Sergeant Maskill. By order of Colonel Wilson. Officers. Take turn. Run out. Forward.
Over the last 7.5 weeks, the men and women before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warriors with the foundation to serve in the most powerful military the world has ever known. Once they leave basic military training, they will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of 118 specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of 84 installations around the globe or work directly with our sister services. As they move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the armed forces. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment. These graduates are the future of our national defense and will pave the way for generations that will follow. 737 Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base, San Antonio-Lackland, Texas. Subject, Commander's Excellence. The Commander's Excellence streamer is awarded to the 322nd Training Squadron, Flight 158, for their significant accomplishments demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and esprit de corps during the period of 25 December 2023 to 8 February 2024. Signed, Billy Wilson Jr., Colonel, United States Air Force. The Commander's Excellence flight was led by Technical Sergeant Jose Rios Perez and Technical Sergeant Corey Sandifer. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the United States military. The graduates before you have reached a milestone in their military journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. The graduates passing in review today represent a portion of the 35,000 men and women who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 Training Group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the world's greatest Air Force. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Air Force. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass and review, they will march over the enlisted heroes walk. The men and women recognized on the pavers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States military in armed conflict. Their decorations include 9 Medals of Honor, 23 Air Force Crosses, and 162 Silver Stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all service members to execute their duties courageously and with honor in service to this great nation. We would like to direct your attention to our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. As a reminder, military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Once the flags have passed, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all of our guests the opportunity to view flights as they pass in review. Now, passing in review from the 321st Training Squadron, the Commander of Airmen, Technical Sergeant Nathan Sear, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Detroit, Michigan. From the 322nd Training Squadron, the A Squadron staff, led by Staff Sergeant Isley Baggett, Military Training Instructor, hometown Newport, North Carolina. From the 321st Training Squadron, Flight 155, led by Technical Sergeant Thomas Schultz, Military Training Instructor, hometown Springfield, Massachusetts. Flight 156, led by Staff Sergeant Antonio Pino, Military Training Instructor, hometown El Paso, Texas. From the 322nd Training Squadron, Flight 157, led by Technical Sergeant Gabriela Garcia Castaneda, Military Training Instructor, hometown Waukegan, Illinois. The Commander's Excellence Flight, Flight 158, led by Technical Sergeant Jose Rios Perez, Military Training Instructor, hometown Levittown, Puerto Rico. Flight 159, led by Technical Sergeant Alexis Grimm, Military Training Instructor, hometown Tyler, Texas. Flight 160, led by Technical Sergeant Michael Hansen, Military Training Instructor, hometown Eldridge, Iowa. From the 324th Training Squadron, Flight 161, led by Master Sergeant Dex Corbett, Military Training Instructor, hometown Washington, D.C. Flight 162, led by Staff Sergeant Sean Howley, Military Training Instructor, hometown Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania. The Color Guard, led by Technical Sergeant Sean Neary, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Pensacola, Florida. From the 320th Training Squadron, Academic Excellence Flight, Flight 153 and Flight 154, led by Technical Sergeant Joshua Swanson, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Arlington, Washington. The B Squadron staff, led by Technical Sergeant Alicia Burns-Boquist, Military Training Instructor, Crawfordville, Indiana. From the 326th Training Squadron, Flight 163, led by Technical Sergeant Avarian Williamson, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Martinsville, Virginia. Flight 164, led by Technical Sergeant Luke Dacia, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Reno, Nevada. From the 331st Training Squadron, PT Excellence Flight, Flight 165, led by Technical Sergeant David Nielsen, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Los Alamos, New Mexico. Flight 166, led by Technical Sergeant Josefina Veneberg, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Flight 167, led by Technical Sergeant Richard Jackson, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Savannah, Georgia. Flight 168, led by Technical Sergeant Shandrika Goodson, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Hope, Arkansas. Traditionally, the armed forces are expected to exemplify respect for the nation. Special ceremonies have been established to bestow honor upon the flag and other national symbols, upon recipients of awards and decorations and national dignitaries. Such ceremonies are usually included in parades, reviews, and similar formations in which large groups of military personnel participate. On special occasions in basic military training, the military training instructors assemble in mass formations as a sign of recognition and respect. It is the highest honor the MTI Corps can bestow upon an individual. Receiving the MTI honors is Major General Curtis, United States Air Force, retired. Ladies and gentlemen, now approaching the reviewing stand is the backbone of the basic military training mission, the military training instructors. These men and women are being led by Senior Master Sergeant Anthony Morrell, Senior Enlisted Leader, 737th Training Support Squadron, hometown, Phoenix, Arizona. Major General Curtis, in recognition of your contributions to the United States Air Force, we salute you and thank you for your outstanding leadership and dedication to all airmen. We wish you and your family the best and remind you that you will always be a part of the basic military training family. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you. You may be seated. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the airmen from the 321st Training Squadron, performing under the direction of Technical Sergeant Matthew Zettelmeyer, military training instructor, hometown Augusta, Georgia. These individuals have been hand-selected to perform for today's ceremony. In addition to completing all basic military training syllabus and training requirements, Drum and Bugle Corps members commit additional training hours for practice throughout their weeks of training. Their extra effort and commitment demonstrate teamwork and the Air Force's core value, service before self. With each Drum and Bugle Corps performance, they honor the long-standing tradition of live music at formal ceremonies. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our honor graduates as well as their families. Basic military training honor graduates distinguish themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all graduates in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence they displayed throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As the flights march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank all of the families and friends who are here in support of those graduating today for your support to the mission and the greatest air power the world has ever known. Your words of encouragement have helped motivate these graduates through 7.5 weeks of basic military training. please stand as Colonel Kihara will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Colonel Kihara will now administer the oath of enlistment. Will now address the graduating class.
Good morning. All right, I want to make sure everyone can hear me. All right, good morning. What a beautiful day to graduate basic military training. I want to say good morning and welcome, and what an honor it is here to look out into the audience and see all the families joining us today. 7.5 weeks ago, you entrusted us with your nation's most valuable treasure, your loved ones. Your support has pushed these airmen to successfully complete basic military training and join the world's greatest Air Force. I want to take this opportunity to thank you. Thank you for trusting us with your kids. Thank you for trusting us to continue to produce airmen for the world's greatest Air Force. But more importantly, thank you for the trust in allowing us this 7.5 weeks. It is my great honor to introduce our nation's newest airmen. Every time I come back here, it feels like I'm coming home. It doesn't seem like long ago I was standing here where you are now. Although it's been nearly 29 years, I can still remember the day that I graduated basic military training. And little did I know that then graduation was just the start of a journey that would expand my perspective of the world beyond anything I could imagine. I want to also thank the 737th Training Group's expert and dedicated faculty and staff here for all they've done to train and equip our next generation of airmen. The work you do upholds the traditions and ideals that have made our U.S. Air Force the most innovative, lethal, and technologically advanced Air Force in the world. I hope you feel proud of yourselves because we are proud of you. This day, airmen, is yours, as well as that of your families and loved ones who have supported you from all corners of our nation. I'm confident that your loved ones are prepared for you to come back to them, but also know that you will be defending our nation every day, and that you're prepared to tackle the most challenging national security challenges with conviction and integrity. Today is a testament to your readiness. Graduates, airmen, take this moment. Remember the struggles you endured during your training. Remember the lifetime bonds that you have made with your teammates. Remember the Air Force core values. Integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. These are lessons that I learned here and that I kept throughout my entire career. You will lean on them over the next years of your career, just like I have. Today, you begin a life of service. You have answered a calling of purpose and honor. I hope that purpose continues to inspire you to strive for excellence, and that at the end of each day, you find fulfillment in knowing you have faithfully done your duty. I, along with those who came before you, congratulate you. Today is just the first day of many more career achievements in store for you. Continue to challenge yourselves. Our nation is counting on you. I just have one last question. Are you prepared to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? I think they're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as Colonel Kihara will now administer the oath of enlistment. Instructors, place your flights at attention.
Now, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States. And the orders of the officers appointed over me. According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations, Airmen.
Thank you, Colonel Kihara. Please remain standing while our graduates recite the Airman's Creed and for the departure of the official party. I am an American Airman. As a reminder, military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute as the U.S. flags pass. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Once the flags have passed, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all of our guests the opportunity to view the flights as they pass. As a reminder, the flights are positioned as viewed from the bleachers to the left of the reviewing stand. Flights 155, 156, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 162. And to the right of the reviewing stand, flights 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, 168. Please remain in your seating area. The graduates will be dismissed momentarily.